So here we are, guys. Home sweet home. This is the rabbit hutch in which you arrived here. The extremely high quality of its navigation and survival systems contrast starkly with the austere and uncomfortable furnishing. That said, it's thanks to this 150-ton hulk of scrap metal that you are still alive, and you are grateful for that. So yeah, each room gives a description. You can always bring that up again by hitting the D key. And as you can see, we've got a crosshair, mouse pointer, what you're going to call it, moving around. And there's various things to interact with. There's a window we can look out of. You get a little pop-up menu, quit out from that. Or like here, we can examine. Looking through the window, you see empty space as well as the enormous vessel in which you are the unfortunate guest, i.e. Orion Prime. So we've got a door to go through here, and we've got some things over here. The navigator, for example, we're going to examine that. It's on this console that you can select your destination, calculate your trajectory, and find the shortest interspatial routes. The console displays a critical alert. The impact of the incident has erased the map of the galaxy from its dynamic memory. It is impossible for you to travel to any planet without it. However, these maps could be downloaded from another computer. So we know, guys, that is probably the first, at least one outstanding task we've got to do. We've got to get the maps and download them to this computer on your escape shuttle. Otherwise, we're going nowhere. Let's have a look in the cupboard. This is a high-tech cupboard with a built-in refrigeration system that allows perishable foods to be preserved. Among various objects that will be of no use to you here, you notice your most faithful tools, your hacker boy and your repair kits. We definitely need these, and this is the first task we're going to accomplish by taking the objects. We're going to use these two items a lot. Take your tools. A hacker boy will allow you, as its name implies, to hack into security systems that are not strongly protected. The repair kit will be useful for repairing defective electrical systems. Marvellous. And we can take a look in our inventory by moving the cursor to the bottom right here. And you can see we've got a hacker boy and repair kit in our inventory. Anything to mention here? Just click on the object to hack and then select use object. And then the repair kit there. Similar thing. So what else have we got here? We've got the console for your ship. We're going to have a look at it. This is the heart of your shuttle. This computer informs you of the state of your vessel, manages external communication, and controls the survival systems. So let's actually use the console. Oh, we got our ship's name, the Sorka 4. Please select one of the following options: current status report, status log, communication, takeoff, and exit. So let's have a look at the status report. The fuel tank and energy reserves are very low, too low for an immediate takeoff, and largely insufficient for a journey through space. So we need fuel and we need energy. Damage report. The impacts due to the recent incident have critically damaged the hull and heat shields. A journey through hyperspace or an atmospheric entry will be fatal to the vessel. Oh, so maybe we need to repair the hull and the heat shields as well. So we've got several things here now, including the loss of the intergalactic map. So we need fuel, we need energy, we need the hull and heat shields repairing, and we need a map. Make a note of this. We've got the status log here. Yeah, that just details what we saw on the intro. Asteroid field. Hit by asteroid, evacuated. Yeah, is there anything else interesting here? Because all this stuff might be very, very interesting clues that you might need to pick up on. Don't think so actually in this one here. There you go, it's the status log. Communication number 3. No return signal. The shuttle is probably located in an area far away from the usual interstellar networks, and the vessel to which you are currently docked does not respond to any messages that are sent. Let's try and take off for a laugh. Can still the status report why that can't happen. So yeah, let's exit from that. We've got some other bits and bobs here. Tube. Let's examine that. This is a standard cryogenic tube. It's difficult to believe that no one can sleep for years in a vertical position. However, thanks to the miracles, technology is now feasible, and it takes up less space as well. It has a regeneration function to get you out of any crisis situations. That's interesting. I think that's implying that if we get hurt, we can get our energy back here and health back. If we try and use it, that won't be useful. You are already in fine form. And we've got some scanners up the top here. Scanners scan different parts of the body, and the results of the diagnosis are displayed on the screen above the tube. Rest assured that you were sane the last time you left the tube. You're probably a lot less sane. Probably a lot less so right now. Yes, quite possibly. And yeah, let's have a scout around. Now, I know there's something you might not be able to spot very clearly. Some things are a little bit hidden, but not too much so. But yes, there's a compartment here. Let's examine it. It's a fairly well hidden compartment which regulates the console's power supply. And this is one of the first things we need to explore and find a little task in the game. There's something in here that's going to be very useful. So we're going to set the open option, open up the compartment. You open the compartment. And there you go, it changes there. We view it now. Interesting, among various cables is an energy cell in its slot. Warning, removing the cell will interrupt the console's power supply. Well, we don't need to use the console at the moment, but that energy cell is likely going to be very useful, so we're going to take that. Yes, and it switches off, and we should have that now in our inventory. There's the cell. These energy cells are an excellent backup power supply system. They are used in devices where a continuous uninterrupted supply of power is critically important to their operation. This cell, when fully charged, can supply a console of power for about 10 Earth years. Marvellous. But the cell is almost empty. It will not be able to power any important mechanical systems. So whilst we have the cell, it's got no power in it. So that's another task to think about. We need to get power into that cell. We need to recharge the cell up, because we're going to use that cell on something important, I would guess. So yeah, make notes as you go along. I made maps, and I'm looking at one at the moment with a load of notes. And I remember all the little tasks and messages, because you can get quite easily forget stuff and get lost in this. One of the things to mention is you've got a PDA here. We just open it up. It just shows you how to use the PDA, but we're going to be picking up like logs, other PDAs and other logs that we find left by the crew of this space station, which has important clues and information. We haven't got any at the moment. But at the bottom there as well of the PDA, it actually tells you your health and how long we've played the game for. So our health is very strong, and we've been playing the game for 8 minutes 22 seconds so far. The game is paused when you're on this as well, which is quite useful to remember. So I think we've done all we can in this room, so we're going to move on into the space station through the door. Do we need to examine it? No real need to, but it gets a little background information, gets you more in the story involved in it. Yeah, let's go through the door. Right, we're in the Decontamination Shower, and the system seems to be malfunctioning. Instead of showing you with tiny disinfecting anti-radiation microparticles, it is emitting a deluge of humidifying gas that freezes as it lands on you. If you come across the maintenance guy, he's going to get it. Right, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, the sign there. Yeah, Decontamination Shower. Is there anything interesting in this room? Let's have a little look around. There is a window here. Yes, we can see computers through there, but nothing else. No humans or anything else, or monsters or whatever. Passage, if you want to go back into this, into your shuttle or back to the previous room, it's usually the bottom middle of the play area where you can move back. But we won't. We're going to move on. There's nothing to find in this room. Okay, so we're at the security barrier now. You arrive at what seems to be a security barrier. Before passing it, you will need to show the correct authorization. However, you notice traces of combat on the ground and on the wall. It may be that there is no longer anyone around to allow you to pass. Ugh. Yeah, we can see like blood splatters on the wall. Oh, we have got some marks on the floor. We can investigate. Marks left by a living creature or a high caliber gun. You cannot say. You would like to believe that a third possibility exists, but you are not that naive. We've got a turret up here. Presumably a gun turret. Here lies a turret. Usually this type of machine would tear a human apart in 2 seconds with its 1.2 caliber gun. The thought that there is something so powerful on this vessel that it is capable of destroying this turret makes you tremble. We know the turret is destroyed, it's not going to shoot us. We've got a door here. And I don't think there's anything else. Oh yeah, we see some bullet holes there up there by the looks of it. There's a door here. Armour door, double alloy, very well built. The bad news is that it will not open no matter how much you bang it. Really? Fortunately, this door will not open, probably because you are not authorised to pass. There is nothing you can do. It's locked, and the door does not care about your physical and psychological threats. You must obtain some official means of access. Well, we've got no other option but to go through this door. The system that opens the door seems to be jammed. With a little force, the door should open by itself. Okay, so what do we need to do here then? Let's use on the door. You strain all your muscles and feel the door sliding open. You have never felt so powerful. Doesn't animate on the screen. Obviously these are mostly, for the large part, completely static. You don't see any sort of changes usually too much. So use your imagination a bit. And we'll go through the door. Now, you enter what seems to be a security post. The lights are dimmed, but every corner is overflowing with all sorts of warning lights and screens. Behind the huge, unbreakable window is the Decontamination Room, which the security staff must have watched diligently. So yeah, we're looking through the window at the Decontamination Shower area. Now, what have we got to find here? There's a computer, a cup of coffee, nothing to interact with there. But there's a computer we can look at. And what do we have here? Is a log. Look out for these little blue things. Very, very important. But let's pick it up. Yeah. You take the message. The logs do not appear in your inventory but are stored in your PDA, which you can consult by clicking on the icon on the bottom right, as we've shown you before. PDA. Let's have a quick read. New code for opening door. There you are. Hello David, another security problem. While waiting for these computer administrators to get off the arses and fix these breaches, I am changing certain codes while I wait for a solution to be found. This will slow down these hackers a little. The new code to open the security door is 15372. Make a note of that. We'll mark that as an important message. Change the icons there, help you. So we come out of that, hit the escape key, and I guess let's use the computer. The computer seems to control the surrounding system so they react to any possible unwanted visitors. Apparently it was not enough. Okay, lovely. And we can use it or use an object. Let's try using it. Please insert your ID card. Well, we don't have an ID card. But what we do have is a hacker boy. Okay, now we've got to create a link between the top left and the top right, making sure we don't allow a link between the bottom left. Okay, we're nearly done, and top right. So Oh, what have I done wrong there? There we go. We've created the link, and the system has hacked successfully. Can you see that? Can you see the link from top left to the bottom right? Okay. Easy. You managed to create an entry in the computer, and you can now use it freely. So let's use the computer. Welcome. Please enter one of the 5 character codes to activate the procedures of your choice as described into blah 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 blah. So we enter the code we just found in the log, which is 15372. Command seems to work. You hear a clicking sound in the room next door, which suggests that the opening mechanism is now engaged. Right, so I think we've found everything in this room that we can do. So let's go back. And I believe we can now go through this door. Yay! You are in the main corridor. On this level, the dual blue-green lighting and the various traces of combat confirm your suspicions. It's definitely not good to live on board this vessel. Okay, I'm going to sort of start speeding things up from now on. I think we've got a gist of what the game is. We'll have a look at stuff. I'm just examining a corpse there. In all likelihood, been killed by a bullet, but his face is contorted with a look of sheer terror and is covered with scratches and deep cuts. Doesn't appear to be anything to pick up there. Some blood. Oh, got a camera there. It's out of use. However, it should have recorded the massacre that must have taken place here. You cannot begin to imagine what happened, nor do you want to. Got some debris here. Sheet of metal, smoking sheet of metal, some wires which are still alive, are all that remains of what used to be a complex ventilation system. Got 3 exits, 3 doors. Start with, we'll go through this one. Right, we're in the transition zone. We can go to a lower level and a higher level. Right, looks like there's plenty to look at on here. First of all, we'll have a examine the computer. Alright, this computer has invaluable information on the hydraulic pumps, which are situated on the level below. They allow running water and cooling liquids to be circulated around different zones of the vessel, but they also transfer fuel from the main tank to any vessel that is currently docked with this one. Can we use it? You think about refueling your vessel using this console, but the computer stops you abruptly in your tracks. Primary pump not engaged, transfer of fuel impossible, secondary tank empty. Secondary pump not engaged, transfer to flight deck impossible. So it looks like we're going to have to fix this. But what's this? We've got a log on the floor. We're going to take the log. What's in the log? So let's have a look at this log. Paranoia. What exactly is happening? Some strange rumours have been circulating for some time. People have disappeared. Blah blah blah. Okay, there's absolutely nothing in there that's going to be any use apart from just saying the story and making things sound scary. Okay, we've got a ladder here. Can we go up the ladder? Unfortunately, it left, but it's futile. The top of the ladder is a trapdoor, and it seems like it can only be opened from the other side. Right. Anything else in this room? Got a case here. I'll examine that. Strange metallic assembly, balanced rather precariously against the wall. Not only do you not understand its purpose, but you find nothing of interest. Come back to that at a later time. Got a ladder, a sign, boxes and blood. Let's have a look at the blood first. Lovely. Gelatinous organs there as well. You also notice the stains on the cage surrounding the ladder. There must be something down there that doesn't keep itself clean. So I think down here we have probably some nasty monsters. Entry forbidden from that side. Got some boxes here, let's examine them. Hey, we found a screwdriver. Yep, so we'll take that. Anything else? Nothing more. Right, shall we see if we can go down the ladder? Yeah. Same message. Can't go down. We suicide to descend without light, so we need, like, obviously we're going to need a torch. So that's that room done. Before we move on, we're going to try and go to the right here. The mechanism seems to be in good condition, but the handle has been forcibly damaged and it is now impossible to open the door. But now we've got an option to use an object on there after we've examined it. And I reckon we will probably need to use the repair kit. Alright, here we go. Another mini game from the repair kit. This one doesn't have a time limit, unlike the Hacker Boy. And what you need to do is create a path from left to right by playing with diodes. This one, I don't really know quite what's going on, but I managed to do it. And the device is repaired successfully. Just a bit of messing about and trial and error, really. Well done, the handle responds from now on to the slightest touch, and it is now possible to explore what lies behind this door. So let's have a look. Alright, this is the electrical maintenance room. And it seems to be intact from the description there. Oh right, well, first thing to do, I can see a log down here, so we're going to take that log. And let's have a quick butcher's at it. Newcomer, meeting and blah blah blah. So we got Professor Tsutomo, eminent researcher in biology and an alteration of matter. That doesn't sound too sinister. He's joined the ranks, and I'm sure he'll contribute greatly to our own research. Yeah. Our initial discussions have given me confidence, and the team is more dynamic than ever. Our program is 5 weeks ahead of schedule, and we feel that our research will bear fruit. And a new chapter in the Great Book of Science is going to be written thanks to us. Oh yes, notice that each person there has an ID code in the top right of the PDA. For example, Savik is ID 88403. That could be useful at some point. Anyway, let's get out of that. What else do we have in this room? Recharger. Oh, I wonder what this does. These recharging appliances have become standard in space stations. They allow used energy cells to be recharged in a few seconds. Because of the dangerous energy flux that they generate, they are forbidden in vessels of type B4, blah blah blah, like your capsule for example. But remember guys, we picked up an energy cell earlier and we need to recharge it. So select the cell to be used in there. You place the cell in the appropriate slot. After a few seconds in flux, it comes out again full of energy, emanating a slight electrical warmth. Marvellous. Let's just check the inventory then on the cell. Alright, yeah, this cell is fully charged. Fantastic. So that was a recharger. Got a sign here. Sensitive electrical appliances. Yeah. Got a machine here. You have no idea what purpose this machine with its exemplary design serves. If you do find out, I will be grateful if you let me know about it. Okay. Can we use any objects on here? No. So we'll find out later on in the game what this is for. And we've got a computer at the end. The main function of this computer consists of activating or deactivating the primary energy generator, which is supposed to produce enough energy for the lower levels, and it seems lifts. Can we use it? Access denied. Please insert your electrical maintenance system card. Well, we don't have one. Let's see if we can hack it with the Hacker Boy. Unfortunately, the security is too strong for your hacker boy. We'll have to find some other way to access the computer. Right. So we need the electrical maintenance system card, and we need to find it. Right, but that's it for that room then. I think it's time to move into this room. See what's what. Okay, you're in the hall of this level. Originally, this must have been a favourite place to relax, read the latest news, or converse with a charming hostess, but it seems that someone has decided that chaos would be more entertaining. At least it allows you to experience an adventure that is out of the ordinary. And you think to yourself philosophically, lovely. Okay, ooh, got blood down here, let's examine that. Nothing to say, they must have been having fun before you came. That said, you're glad to have missed the party. Got a lift here, got a plant, a computer, got a plant. Oh, a log there, let's take the log. Some magazines. There's absolutely nothing of note there. Okay, let's look at each one of them. Yeah, the magazines are auto-updatable and do so as the months pass. We'll examine the plant. Examine it again. No, nothing there. Anything there? I don't know what might be lurking. There, we've got a computer. Let's have a look at the log we picked up quick. A few seconds ago. Who is it? Okay, who among us is the masked hacker? Without laughing, I'm beginning to like him. I'm ready to give him for the opening of the washing machine doors in full spin, but daring to show the latest Rocco Jr. film on loop in the cinema without anyone being able to disconnect it for 34 hours. That's a stroke of genius. If it is one of you, you've won back the esteem that you would have lost. On the other hand, you are still in big trouble. Security going crazy. I'm glad that I used to work for them. A month earlier, you would have been my enemy. So Dante there, he works for security, and we've got a masked hacker who was causing havoc. Okie doke. Let's have a look at the computer. The purpose of this seems to be managing the appointments of the crew. May contain important information about the vessel. Let's try and use it. Well, we don't have one. Okay, let's use an object. Let's use the hacker boy. We've got mini game time. Okay, yeah, let's rotate that around. Oops, I've been kicked out by the firewall. Oh dear. Okay, so let's try again. Right. Ooh, this is a tough one. Yeah, let the fight. Kicked out again. Let's try this again. Damn! I don't normally get caught out like this. Oh, again! Right. we go. System hacked successfully. This leaves you perplexed. The protection is more advanced than expected, but it has an unexpected flaw, which you exploit with some success. The computer will no longer ask for a password. On the other hand, you will still need to enter a login ID. I wonder. On the PDA, we had some login IDs. Right, Dante here was 64715. Oops, no, we didn't want to do that. Sardik, you might want to make a note of this. 88403 66237 for Ladesky. And we got a couple more there as well. Jenkins on a 56461 and Rutherford on 41968. Are those going to be login IDs? Maybe we can try a couple. Let's use it. Enter the login ID. Let's try Dante's one of 64715. It doesn't recognise that ID. Maybe try a couple more. What was the other one we got? We got 88403. Login ID not recognised. 66237. ID not recognised. Maybe that's just an email ID then. 461. Not recognised. 41968. Not recognised. Oh well. Well, I'm going to just show you here is the lift very quickly. Lift still seems in good working order, and you should allow you to explore the vessel freely. To the right is a display indicating the level you're currently on, as well as a control panel for selecting which level to go to. To the left is a screen displaying the information about the current level. So you got the indicator there. Yeah, everything seems good. There's the panel. Let's use it. Insufficient energy for this device to function correctly, so we can't use the lift. I wonder if we could do something with that power cell. Well, notice there might be something behind this plant. Can't move the crosshair very nicely like that. Let's examine the plant. Though your Niger botany is quite limited, it seems to you that this plant is an blah 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 from Pluto. That said, you would learn more if you examined it more closely. Okay, so we examine it again. Shape of least confirms your initial choice, but the texture is more like that of a holy blah 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 blah. Something is wrong, but you can't put your finger on what it is. Back to the screen again. Let's examine it one more time. Of course, it's a blah 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 from Titan. However, you notice something much more interesting than this plant, a grating against the wall that could very well hide something of use to your quest. You feel slightly ashamed of yourself for not discovering it earlier. Let's examine the grating. The grating is solidly screwed. Make note of that word. It is impossible to open it by hand, and it is also impossible to know what is hiding behind it for the moment. Well, I'll tell you what, seeing as it's screwed in, let's use the screwdriver. You unscrew the grating without any problems. Removing the grating reveals a tangle of cables of all types. Just examining it, among the disorganised mixture of cables, you can make out a slot into which an energy cell can be placed. If a cell was placed in it, it will serve as a secondary supply to a device nearby. Wonder what that is, in case the primary circuit breaks down. So we're going to use an object, and of course we're going to use the power cell. Place the cell in the slot. You can see different diodes surrounding the slot lighting up, indicating that contact has been established. Yay! And I bet you this will be the lift. Lift operating with backup power supply. Movement limited. Please enter the number of the level that you wish to be taken to. 1 or 2. Well, we can finally move, but we can only go up and down one level. But let's go to level 2. You hear a muffled rumbling sound and feel your body vibrating slightly as the lift takes you to the level that you have selected. We need to check if the level's alright to walk out onto. Everything seems normal behind this door, whether it be the pressure, the temperature or the composition of the air. So it looks like we can go. Right, I think I'll end this part here as we move on to basically what is level 2. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please click a like below, leave a comment and also subscribe if you haven't already. And over that way, there's another video for you to check out. Zypho out.